The fitness level of kids in 1990s took a turn for the worse thanks to the popular recreational activities at the time, which consisted mostly of electronic entertainment such as MTV, video games, and the internet. Even though MTV was first broadcasted on August 1, 1981, it became very popular in the 90s with incredibly famous artists such as Nirvana, the Backstreet Boys, and Madonna. This decade was also the popularization of the modern video game. This decade was home to two generations of consoles, the fourth and the fifth. The two of the most successful ones are the SNES and the N64, respectively, both from the same company, Nintendo. Video games were huge and were one of the main forms of recreation during the 90s. Also, there came about the familiarization of video game icons to a point where they've almost become a household name, such as Mario or Lara Croft. The 1990s was truly a golden age for video games. Another huge breakthrough in technology and entertainment occurred in this decade, but at no real designated point in time. The breakthrough was the internet. It was first brought to the public in 1991 with the creation of a system called Gopher. This was the first sort of TCP/IP-like protocol, but then in 1993, the first graphical internet browser was released called Mosaic. This browser led to the Netscape browser, which was the most popular one at the time. Until it was rivaled by Microsoft's Internet Explorer, it monopolized the very small internet market space. Next, in the 2000s, the activities of kids really maintained, and the electronic culture really boomed, and is still on its high until now. With the introduction of a ton of websites, online gaming, and the iPod, the 2000s was really a booming time for technology and recreation. The introduction of DSL and cable high bandwidth internet connections in the 2000s opened many doors to new upcoming websites and applications of the internet. One example of a high bandwidth website would be YouTube. You obviously know what YouTube is. In fact, you're watching this on YouTube right now, and probably without having to pause and load it. This is possible due to high-speed internet connections today. In the 90s, access to high-speed internet was very limited and more commonly was dial-up, which was very slow and had very little bandwidth. Also, with these high internet connections came video games that you could actually play online with other people around the world. This phenomenon was first recognized with the Xbox, and more specifically the game Halo. This Halo revolutionized online gaming. No other game before truly got the online experience on a console to work as seamlessly as Halo did. As Halo and the Xbox revolutionized online gaming, the iPod from Apple revolutionized portable music players. The iPod created a whole new music-oriented culture. I don't think anyone thought that a simple little MP3 player could become one of the world's most successful products. All in all, the recreation in the last 20 years has been completely dominated by electronic games and devices.